Hello everybody, this is the continuation of my previous video where I discussed the ins and outs of the MakeHuman model creation application. From here we're going to take this character we've created, we're going to import it into Blender using the plugin, and then we're going to make him some clothes so he's not just standing there naked. It's not too complicated, they make it pretty easy. They add a lot of the weights and the other pieces that can be a little tricky when animating and creating models from scratch. So go ahead and open up Blender, drag it over here. Right here is the splash screen, and then always the default. Delete that, delete that, delete that. We don't even need that. Right here. So you're gonna press N on the keyboard. There's two pieces right here. Ignore the other ones. MakeHuman and MakeClothes. MakeHuman right here. So to make clothes, before we don't want to make the clothes or use the same model or the same Blender file to make the clothes and then import that into Unity, because it just tends to cause a headache. So what I do is I will create the clothes first, and then once you perform that effort, then you can go back to MakeHuman, add the clothes as you saw with the previous video where I created the hair, and then put it back into Blender. It's a little complicated, but it seems to have the best results and the least amount of complications. So since we're making clothes, we're going to go to this MakeHuman right here, go to settings right here, we're going to load make clothes, you're going to say load right here, and we're going to go back to mesh, and then we're going to import our character. So we have this open right here, and then in this community section we have the socket accept connections. That's a requirement for this to talk, the two applications to talk. So go ahead and import our human, and a lot of the default settings will have it as place feet on the ground. I find that that's kind of a headache, so it's easier just to uncheck that box right here. You can save presets, so on and so forth. And then you'll have your character right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the clothes. You're going to select the actual model itself. Don't select the skeleton. It imports this. This is the skeleton that I was discussing earlier. So you want to select the model. It should already be marked as human. We can check it. It'll make sure that we don't have any errors, and then we can get started. So we can actually, so what it'll do is it'll use helpers and it'll extract clothes. So we can extract a whole body. So that means from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, we'll have essentially like a full body wrap. Tights will not wrap around the head. It'll just literally be from their neck down all the way to their fingers and toes, so basically like wearing tights. Eyes, that will extract like a set of a shape over the eyes to help create like sunglasses and eyewear and stuff like that. Eyelashes, teeth, all these pieces right here, and genitals, helpers or whatnot are presets that can be used to create clothing. So we'll go ahead and create tights. Click OK. If you click OK, see right here, now we have another armature or another mesh right here labeled clothes. We click that and then it highlights it. So notice how the whole body isn't highlighted. It's literally from the wrist to your neck, and then the feet are covered. And this is good for making undergarments, but it's also good for making boots and so forth, like undershirts and whatnot. So right here, we just hit tab and go into edit mode, and then we can go and clear off. Let me turn on X-ray. So you clicking this button right here will toggle X-ray, or you can hit Alt Z. That'll allow you to clear things on both sides, or select things on both sides of the body. So right here, so we'll just make a shirt, quick shirt. Right click, and then we're going to hit X. Go ahead and delete the faces so we don't leave anything hanging. And yeah, I mean, obviously in the back right here, we just select these pieces, X deletes faces, X deletes vertices. There we go. So right here, now we have a, let's even this out. Okay, now we have a shirt. And that's pretty close to the base mesh, the body mesh model. So what I would suggest doing is selecting all, using A, hit S to scale it up, or Alt S to shrink or fatten. Right there, and then that gives you some space. And then what you want to do eventually, once you get ready to import the engine, is go to the body mesh right here, edit that piece, right here. Notice how the shirt's no longer doesn't have the vertices anymore. And what we would want to do right here is, for anything that the player is not going to see, right here, right click, hit Alt S, and we're going to make his body a little thin right here. And this way you won't have your mesh come out. And that's how you make clothes. And then once you're done with the clothes, you get out of object mode or edit mode. You just select the shirt. You just go down here, give it a tag, shirt. You can edit the tags. If depending on what you're working on, you can have it give it a category, like with the hair, so on and so forth. And then what you would do is you make clothes, and once that's done, then it would be ready to be imported in the MakeHuman app. So you would go over here, you go to geometries, you go to clothes, right here, and then it doesn't play well with the textures, so just understand that you'll have to manipulate any textures inside of Blender. And then you use that to fully clothe your character, so on and so forth. And then as you can see, the armature right here is standardized for the game engine, and that'll take place once we start getting into Unity.